Warning: to avoid slanderous statements being made or unconstitutional censorship of this channel, I have to state that what you're about to hear is an opinion based on my own research or experiences, and although you may not agree with it, my opinion and the right to express it are both protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Some of what you are about to hear may be unsettling, inflammatory, disturbing, or outright shocking. I'm a firm believer of independent thought, now referred to as dissent, and am considered politically incorrect. Because I may also speak without a filter, listener discretion is strongly advised. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, please hit that like and subscribe button below to receive notifications of new posted content and help support the growth of this channel. This is Samuel Storm Callahan, and welcome. You are now in the eye of the storm. Now here we are on election night, and folks, I just want to point something out that should be rather obvious unless you've been living under a rock for several years. We are not going to know who the president is tonight unless it is a landslide, and I don't think it's going to be. I say that because literally every vote is going to count as far as who's going to win what state, and that includes all of the, and I hate to say this, fraudulent votes, because the Democrats have already been caught cheating in a number of areas, before today, actually. But some states, particularly Wisconsin and Pennsylvania is a key state here, they don't even start the process of counting their mail-in ballots until Election Day. That means they don't even open the mail-in envelope. And that mail-in envelope is kind of important because they actually have to compare the signature on the mail-in envelope with the known signature of the person who supposedly cast that ballot. So don't look for an answer tonight. In fact, unless somebody hits that magic number of 270 without Pennsylvania, I don't even look for an answer for a few days. Unless, of course, they took lessons from the Democratic primary and just completely disregarded all the ballots and appointed a winner instead of accepting what the ballots decided. But we'll see what happens. Funny thing is, I've had several people tell me they don't even need to watch the returns. All they have to do is look at the expression on my face the next day to know how the election went. I'm hoping that enough American people are sick and tired of these ridiculously high prices that we've gotten since the Biden-Harris Bankrupt America plan was initiated, the reduction in the quality of health care, and the complete and total disregard for the Constitution of the United States with regards to the rights of gun owners, the Bill of Rights, and of course the electoral process, where they have reduced the country to nothing more than a carbon copy of Iran and North Korea and Nazi Germany by trying to silence their political opposition, jail their political opposition, bankrupt their political opposition, and then try to kill their political opposition, and then just completely disregard the ballots that were cast in their own primary and appoint a nominee. I mean, seriously, folks, if this is what you support, please move to one of those other totalitarian regimes and stop screwing up the country. Now, a lot of people argue that this is about women's rights. It has nothing to do with women's rights, folks. If women want the right to kill their own kid, that's a whole other argument. But I can promise you this, there is absolutely nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says a woman has a right to kill her child. If you want to talk about unconstitutional, then you need to talk about how the Democrats have conducted themselves this year with the election process and the manner that they have treated their opposition and tried to prosecute their opposition and things of that nature. Not to mention their anti-gun 1000% tariff legislation that they are desperately trying to push through, which is a de facto ban of weapons and a violation of the Second Amendment. I just hope that enough people have realized that what the Democrats have done and are doing is a total violation of our Constitution, not to mention the quote-unquote democratic process that they claim to be defending, but are actually circumventing and outright violating. Never in my lifetime have I seen such a complete and total disregard for our Constitution or our laws as I have seen from the Democratic Party this go-around. It is absolutely unimaginable, and it reminds me of what happened in 1930s Germany when they believed that that kind of thing couldn't happen there either. It did, and of course the Nazis took over. So I hope this goes favorably for America and for the Constitution. And when I say for the Constitution, I'm of course saying for Donald Trump, because as we know, which the accusation was made by asking people to support the Constitution, as Elon Musk did, he's actually asking people to support Donald Trump. Folks, if you haven't voted yet, please go vote. There's still time, and I would encourage anyone and everyone to please support the Constitution before it's too late. Otherwise, you're going to have it taken away from you. Seriously, we desperately need enough people to support the Constitution and defeat this evil twat. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say plot, but considering a twat is a really obnoxious person, I guess that kind of fits too. And to all those who did support the Constitution and go out and vote today, thank you so much. To those who voted against the Constitution and in favor of having the right to kill your own child with complete disregard for the working class America and the plight that they are in because of the Biden-Harris Bankrupt America plan, all I can say to you is may God have mercy on your soul. If they win, you actually deserve what is going to become of this country. I'm just sad that you're going to bring the rest of us down with you. I'm just being real. Donald J. Trump is the only president in my lifetime to defend and try to help the middle class as much as he has. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. Whether you like him or you don't, he's genuine and he doesn't try to hide who he is. That makes him honest, which means he probably doesn't belong in Washington, but we need somebody like that in Washington who doesn't try to hide who they are and hide their faults and everything else. I mean, he is who he is. If he thinks you're a jackass, chances are he's already told you that to your face, if not on national television. So you always know where you stand, and to be honest with you, I would trust somebody like that before I would trust a giggling jackass. Those of you who believe in God and are listening, I hope you say a prayer because this country desperately needs it right now. This is Samuel Storm Callahan, and you're in the eye of the storm.